14. My encourage you to do is make sure you leave a like.
It's a road game for the Kings, and they're facing an interconference matchup in today's game. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. In the booth, as always, with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. Someone will be keeping an eye on Brandon Knight.
Just loses confidence, and he's got a lot of skill. He can put the ball on the floor, he can knock down a shot. He's got great confidence in his game.
Yeah, that confidence is important. He's so slippery around the rim. You think you'll have forced him into a bad shot, then he just twists and turns and gets a shot up anyway. Look at Milwaukee. They put it all together over the course of their last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
Well, mentally, physically, strategically, everything has fallen into place for this club. They're bound to hit a bump in the road at some point, but for right now, I mean, it looks like this winning streak may go on for a while.
Well, Steve, you're right again. I mean, it's hard to find fault with any part of their game at this time. I mean, their confidence level continues to rise and rise, and you see that with every win.
Now, here's Thornton. Just 5 to shoot. Sacramento. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to the Pelicans.
We're not hitting.
Hey, Steve, me and you flub up words and misstate things on occasion. So do these players have bad nights. It happens.
Now Thomas following Caron Butler's 3-point attempt. Off the front iron. Sacramento on defense. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And of course, 2 teams in opposite conferences. They're only going to play twice, 1 on each team's floor.
Knight for 3. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. Sacramento with the ball. Here's Thomas. 14 points from him the last game against New Orleans. That's good. And it's assist. Landry's got his first points. Talking about, just
All you gotta do is make.
all that being said, Clark, it still makes you think for a very interesting matchup.
I'd say so. I mean, these pronounced than you might think.
That's a real good point because there are different different kind of players, ways rosters are made up, and so
No
on.
question about it. It's exciting times for the Kings fans and a lot of newfound optimism around this team, too.
In the 90s, back the late 90s and early this century. But they had undergone a 7-year playoff drought, and Steve, times had gotten pretty dire.
Well, there's a lot of change in the air in Sacramento this season with new ownership, new management, new coaching, and some young talent with Ben McLemore. So I think there's hope going forward for the Sacramento Kings.
Now let's find out what head coach Mike Malone had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, even though these 2 teams have similar levels of success this season, areas where it matters most, and I think you'll see that once this game unfolds. What he's referring to, we'll see as the game.
Probably one of those games, guys, right? That's
I have no idea who's going to win this game. Evenly matched clubs, both very talented. Should be fun, and I can't wait to see it.
Well, we have an idea of the game. We only have our opinions for the most part, guys, but this one certainly is shaping up as one that will be too close to call.
Now Thornton. Brandon Knight missing on the 3. Thomas dishes to Mba Amute. Shot clock at 5. On the wing, Thornton shoots. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound.
That's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often. A player look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
Offensive rebound. Sanders' shot is good.
of where that miss was going.
Picking him up. Thomas kicks to Thornton. He dishes it to Mba'amute. Passes to Landry. Hits the jump hook.
Things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
And you look at Landry, and he does lack the size, most powerful.
Now, here's Thomas after the miss from Sanders. From the baseline, Landry no good. Bucks trail by 4. Clark, they've been
tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is uptight on him like that's not good.
Thornton passes to Thomas. Thornton no good. And Carl Landry's such a great knack for scoring around the rim.
He's a tough guy. Back shots, great hands, and really keeps himself in good condition.
You know, Carl Landry is throughout his career played mostly as a reserve, but he is super off the bench on your front line.
He's off on the first. Going back to Landry, a late bloomer, certainly cut from the freshman team in high school. You know the story, barely made the JV team. He didn't play consistent minutes until his senior year. And Carl Landry has become, in a lot of ways, indispensable for Golden State.
And it was in junior college, Kevin, that he really found his game. His coach told him to be more aggressive, looking to score. And once he did that, he really discovered he had a gift for it. And then, of course, went on to Purdue and had an excellent college career.
He hits the second from the line.
Well, even though he could.
And Walters kicks to Harris. To Delfino. Stole.
Anytime an opportunity presents itself, and I'll tell you what, that was a golden one there.
Now here is Harris. An 11-point game for him in the win against Utah. Now the dish to Pachulia. 6 to shoot. High post shot. And he gets it to go.
Risky shot there, size-wise.
Nice high release. He had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Here's Vasquez. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
You know, he was getting fouled time and again in that game, really delivering from the free throw line. Major contribution.
Now, here's Landry. Harris. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Kings lead by 2. We'll get things started in the second quarter. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Kings?
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And they're sharing the ball, too, which I love. They're piling up the assist. We're seeing great offensive movement.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Harris in at 2 guard. Pachulia is out there with Udo. And there's Carlos Delfino. And it's Walters in at the point. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, Jay in that last game against the Jazz got down to business. He ended with 11 points, and he was a mainstay at the free throw line, getting a fair amount of his points off of fouls. It was a great contribution from someone who's considered a bit more of a role player.
All right, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
Well, that never seems to be a problem for him, but right, Kevin, he has to be feeling at the top of his game right now.
Well, when you play well, it feeds confidence. And when you're prepared to play well and it works out that way, it does add another level of confidence to your next
especially from long range.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Vasquez dishes to McLemore. Thompson off the pick from Vasquez. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. Dishes it to Outlaw. Expanding his range. That's good. Outlaw's got 5.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
And the Kings making a change here. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Thompson. Bahamute comes in for Travis Outlaw. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for McLemore. And Thomas subbed in for Vasquez. On D, Ilyasova. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Ilyasova's got the lead up to 1 now for Milwaukee. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Larry Drew's huddle. He mentioned the need for more use of the pick and roll. It's a basic component of their offense that he said he hasn't seen nearly enough of. Something else he mentioned is that he's giving them the green light on offense. He wants to see a high volume of shots.
Doris.
I'll tell you, Thomas, guys, was the last pick of the second round, 60th overall his draft year, but he has been terrific. Can pass and score, and has into the point guard role with the Kings and showed he belonged.
Now, here is Knight. After the miss from Thornton, pulls up on the wing. The shot by Knight, no good. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Good. Thornton's got his second basket. Hard to set the table for everybody. His emergence was a pretty nice story for this team.
Well, he's always been doubted because he's only 5'9", and he wasn't drafted high heavily, but I think he's demonstrated that he can hold his own with the best in this league.
And here is Thomas after the three-pointer from Ilyasova. Thornton passes to Mbamute. The feed now to Patterson. This one for 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've got it going now. Above 60% shooting for the night, and it's going to be tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Ilyasova hits the bucket.
It's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Thomas, no luck.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Harris kicks to Middleton. Wide open. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Middleton's got his first points of the game.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And here is Thornton. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans. And he gets it to go. Thornton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Beautiful finger roll to cap head drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
Knight kicks to Ilyasova. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. You have to like what you're seeing so far from Ilyasova.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. Too many of their shots have been low percentage, he told them. He wants better ball movement on the perimeter to get the shooters better looks. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
And as always, Doris, thank you.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they chased down that pumpkin off. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Thomas banked in off the glass. Thomas got his second basket of the night.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Pass to Sanders. Goes up the base. That
situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
Fredette can't hit. So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Utah Jazz.
And I thought they were the better defense being played against them.
3 runs to the hoop they got.
Thomas against Knight. Thomas dishes to Patterson.
Yeah, the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them this season, shooting about 78%.
And guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you got to like that progress.
That free throw, no good. And the Kings making a change here. Second free throw. Here's Walters. Here's on to Tecumbo. No good on the buzzer beater. In a tight game.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Larry Drew. And Coach, some big minutes in that first half from your bench. How much does it mean that they can come in and give you that kind of lift?
Yeah, I'm very pleased with it. My guys have done a good job. Our bench is pretty solid. And when they come in the game, we expect them to play defense first, and then we'll see what happens on the offensive end.
Coach, thank you. Kevin, in the NBA, the reserves so crucial.
All right, Doris, thank you. And folks, make sure to stay tuned in for halftime, and we'll be back right after that.
Now, presented by Sprint. It's Wednesday night at the 2K Sports Studio, and this is the halftime report. The Bucks looking good at the midway point with his offense. And still in it, the Kings way. The first half, a productive one for Marcus Thornton. He's picked up half a dozen points. Now he's half.
The Sprint halftime report, presented by Sprint. Well, both sides have said what they need to do.
All over the floor.
Anywhere he goes, guys, he's had the hot hand, really putting a lot of pressure on the defense.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Thomas and Thornton pairing up in the back. Carl Landry is out there with Luke, Richard, and Bahamuta. And it's Patterson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Thornton. Brandon Knight picking up that last basket. Landry passes to Thornton. Kicks it to Thomas. Soft touch off the glass. Thomas got his third basket of the night.
Seems like every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Now, here's Sanders. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Patterson. The Kings trail by 4. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Thomas goes in. Good on the shot. Thomas got 8 points.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Now, here's Thornton. 6 points for him. Bahamute kicks to Thornton. 4 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Look at Marcus Thornton out of LSU, 6'4", a scoring guard. he can really light it up in a hurry off the bench.
And for Thornton, a second rounder back in 2009. His size does hurt him defensively, but you'd have to say he's exceeded expectations, Clark.
I think so, Kevin. He surprised a lot of people with his ability to provide instant offense. He is pretty locked in with tunnel vision offensively. He's myopic now at that end of the floor. He's thinking about getting the ball and scoring the ball. But in his role, I think he's perfect for it.
So he goes 1 for 2.
I can't wait till I get my brand new friends, man.
Ursan Ilyasova.
Can't wait.
Interesting combination of talent.
Let me keep
He's one of
it.
the more intriguing guys.
Let me keep it on.
Watch him
Change
closely.
my
Not the biggest or the
code,
burliest.
my
But he's
iPhone.
got a toughness about him
Yes, sir.
that shows itself on the offensive glass. He's also a really good outside shooter, able to play that spread 4 role.
Outside
I'm
Butler.
gonna put my mother's phone
He
number,
kicks to Sanders. He feeds it
Auntie's
to
phone
Knight.
number, Zuzu's phone number.
But after the early
I could don't be selfish.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Larry Drew's huddle. He said they're coming against tight defense to start running more set plays. He also wants his players putting make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And that one's good. Sanders has got his second bucket. That's what we're seeing from Ilyasova.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
McLemore's checked in for the Kings. Here's Thomas. And that one's good. Thomas against Harris. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And it's blocked by McLemore. Moves back up. And again, the basket is good from Sanders. Sanders has got 4 points this quarter.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty,
with the floater, shot's good. 12 points for him.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Bucks leading by 3. Here's Harris. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
and that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
Shot off the pick. Rebound by Delfino.
And no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result
Puts up the baby hook, and he gets it to go. Landry's got... Bucks have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Now Delfino, and another three for Milwaukee.
they've not been able to take that shot away.
Now here's McLemore.
Like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to...
Delfino kicks to Ilyasova. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take. Comes in for Mbamute. Vasquez, he's checked in for Marcus Thornton, and he makes the easy one. Vasquez has got his second basket of the night.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. He's putting up points. Start of the fourth quarter. Next. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one.
Next Christmas, I want a computer. Going to compete for next Christmas.
And Steve, we've got a moment here to go to our State Farm assist of the game, coming on some very clever point guard play.
Well, he mans that position for a reason, Kevin, because he passes the ball so well, sets up his teammates beautifully, really gets this offense into a nice rhythm.
Delivering the pass important, but putting the pass in the right place for you. And their journey is just getting started. That'll be the second of 7 straight on the road. Holgers out.
How you miss a layup?
In at the 4 slot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And so here's Sacramento following the shot by Karan Buff. Vasquez with it. Vasquez gets a screen from here we go. Mayo with it. Now defended by Outlaw. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bucks.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And I love their hustle because they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities just as a result of playing hard.
That's good from Mayo. And the Kings making a change here. And Bahamute's checked in. Mayo hits them both. The Kings trail by 7. Now here's Vasquez. Thompson, a screen on Mayo. Here's Mbamute. Pass to McCallum. Pocket 6. He dishes it to Vasquez. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially
You look at the first 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Here's Antetokounmpo. There's the dish to Sanders. The jump hook, and the shot is good. Sanders has got the lead back up to 7 now for the Bucks.
He's been a different guy in the second half, guys. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Right wing. Dishes it to Vasquez. Vasquez gets a screen from McCallum, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Sacramento making some changes. Landry comes in for Thompson, and it's Thornton in for Vasquez. Bucks leading by 7. And here is Harris, and there's the feed to Ilyasova. Sanders in the post. Patterson defending. Good.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
Now, here is Landry. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. Chance now to check out the schedule for Milwaukee. Their next game is at New Orleans Arena for a game with the Pelicans. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Here is Harris. Pass to Sanders. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. And it's an 11-point Bucks lead.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Timeout called by the Kings.
Well, I felt like his defense was letting him down out there, guys, so he wanted to get a timeout to talk it over, try to tighten things up here.
You know, part of coaching, a lot of coaching actually is making making sure that momentum never gets too far away from your team. That's a good timeout.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with the scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time. That's pretty much how this game has gone. They've controlled the boards and looked to come away with the win right here.
Now Harris. Harris, right side. Outside Butler. 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Shot by Mayo is no good. The Kings trail by 13. Thomas kicks to Thornton. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 4 assists now tonight. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Mike Malone gave to his team during that last break. Right away, he said he wants to see better effort on the defensive glass and far fewer second-chance opportunities. A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
Thanks, Doris.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
Marcus Thornton on the wing. Over to the left wing. And Mute kicks to Thomas. All sorts of time. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got 4 rebounds in this game. Butler passes to Harris. From 19, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
They are not letting up, guys. They just keep coming out.
And I'd say that lead is too big to overcome at this point.
And stolen by Ilyasova. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Mayo drives in, kicks it to Sanders. And good on the basket. Look at it. Sanders has got 10 points in the quarter.
And this is what they wanted, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for the Bucks.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, Steve, and in the end, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, Clark, and that's all part of the story.
That's right, Kevin. I mean, this is by no means a runaway that it might appear to have been. I mean, it was a scrappy performance all the way through.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Larry Sanders. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide.
Thomas with the ball. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And he makes the first. Thompson comes for Jimmer Fredetti's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And it's McCallum in for Mute. Both good from the line that time. And Milwaukee has possession. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Harris outside. Let's go. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sound.
outside Thomas. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, he had to get that shot off quickly because the defense was all over.
Yeah, that's the key, Steve. The quick trigger. Any hesitation, and that shot gets blocked.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you add?
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Brandon, certainly a nice win, aided in large part by your ability to get your teammates involved. What is your primary focus?
Definitely just get my guys going a lot more and try to be more of a playmaker. And I enjoy seeing get guys going and them making shots off my passes.
I think they enjoy it as well, Brandon. Great job. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan.
So we go against the Orlando Magic, then the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's after I tried.
Greetings, passengers. We're about to begin our descent into New Orleans. Please prepare for landing.
Alright, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like. If it's not your favorite video, then don't leave a like. But you can also leave a comment. And for the people that are new, please subscribe with the bell and notification on to never miss a daily upload that I post on YouTube. So yeah, man. And we'll be going up against the New Orleans Pelicans on the next episode. So don't want to miss that. I don't want to miss that. That's what I've been trying to say. I don't want to miss that. And yeah, man. I'll catch you guys in the next video.